Hello everyone, welcome to my programming club. Today we will be solving another daily Leetcode problem, and the problem's name is squares of a sorted array. So the problem statement goes like this. Given an integer array nums, you have to sort uh, the array in non-descending order, and you have to do this sorting. Your answer should be such that you return an array of squares of each number sorted in non-decreasing order. Okay, so the input that you will be given is sorted in increasing order, and you have to maintain the input in increasing order only when you will be squaring each element out. Okay, so the challenge here in this particular problem is that there can be negative numbers also. So if you see the constraints, that first of all, the length of the array is of order 10 raised to power 4, and elements are ranging from minus 10 raised to power 4 to 10 raised to power 4, and the initial array is in increasing order, or you can say non-decreasing order. So the challenge is that there can be negative numbers also, and those negative numbers will have a higher square if in magnitude wise these negative numbers are higher. Okay, so initially let's say it was 4 minus 1, then 0, and then it's 3 and 10. Okay, so if you do squares of these numbers, there will be 16, and this will be 1, and this will be 0, and this will be 9, and this one will be 100. Okay, so you can see that now this particular array is not in increasing order. Okay, some entries are not at their correct places, so correct increasing order would have been 1, 9, 16 and 100, but due to negatives, the whole scenario has changed. So how we will approach a solution, or how we will solve this particular problem? And before solving it, let's go a little bit down in the problem statement and see that there is a follow-up also, that squaring each element and sorting the new array is very trivial. Okay, so it's very easy just to square every element out, and then you will sort this particular array, this array I am talking about, and then you will sort it. Okay, but can you find the solution in order of n time complexity? Okay, so although it's not mentioned that order of n time complexity or whether space complexity, but you can assume it to be time complexity. Okay, so you have to give a order of n solution using a different approach. Okay, so we have to somehow use a different approach, and we should not use sorting, because when you sort a particular array, let's say this array was nums and it was of size n, then sorting will increase the overhead to n log n time complexity. This much time complexity will be required at least. So in order to avoid that, we will be traversing this given input array only once. Okay, so what kind of approach should we take? First of all, you should see the constants here, that positive side of this range minus 10 raised to power 4 to 10 raised to power 4 is very manageable. The numbers are not that large, only 10 raised to power 4. So what you can do is you can take a let me take a new slide here. So you can take a frequency bucket, it will be an integer array of how many what size it will be. It will be 10 raised to power 4 plus 1. Okay, so we are only considering positives here. Why only positives? Because you know, when you will be squaring a negative number, it will anyways turn into a positive number, so we should not be worried about that. What we will do, let's say it was -4 -1 0, and then I guess it was 3 and 10. Okay, for the first input that was there in examples. So what we will do, we will have an array which will be ranging from, these are the just numbers. Okay, and actually the indices will be the numbers, so indices will be ranging from 0 to 10 raised to power 4, and these will be the frequencies of those indices or those numbers, you can say. Okay, numbers are equal to indices. So this is the frequency bucket array that you will be having. And if let's say current number that you are while you are traversing this particular input array from left to right, if let's say current number is negative, then you will multiply it with by -1 and increase its frequency. So 1 2 3 and 4, it will be somewhere here. So you will increase this. Initially all the frequencies will be set to 0. Okay, and you will increase this frequency to 1. Similarly here also it was a negative, so you know, you will multiply it by 1 and -1 and then convert it into a positive integer and then increase its frequency in frequency bucket. So when you are done traversing with this particular input array, you will be having this frequency bucket build. Okay, without considering negatives, because you know anyways they will be converted into positives when we will be squaring them. So what you will do, you will traverse this frequency bucket. Now you can see that these indices are in sorted order. Okay, from 0 to 10 raised to power 4. So you will just traverse your frequency bucket array once. Okay, and you can, you know, this is a constant you know, operation. Here we are always taking 10 raised to power 4 size frequency bucket array, so you can consider it as a constant time complexity operation. So once you are traversing your frequency bucket array, let's say frequency of a certain number is not 0, okay, and it's greater than 0, so it means that this number was existing in the input array, original input array. Okay, whether that number was existing in as a negative number or a positive number, that is not really our concern here, but you know, we know that for sure that this number was existing. Okay, this particular, let's say, index, which is equivalent to a number. So what we will do, we will add this number square, to be specific, to a result array that we will be returning. How many number of times? Frequency number of times for this number. Okay, I hope it is clear to you. If it is still not clear, the approach will be more clear in the implementation part. So let's head over to the implementation part and see how these things are implemented there. And overall time complexity, if you consider this operation as a constant operation, because anyways it's not changing with the input, so it will be order of n only, where n is the size of the given nums array in your input. Okay, order of n. And space complexity wise, you know, we are using order of 10 raised to power 4 extra space. Okay, although it's not dependent upon the input size. Okay, let's see the implementation. Let me zoom out a little bit so that a larger portion of code is visible. Yeah, I guess now it's fine. Okay, so we will traverse, this is the frequency bucket that we will be using. You know, this will help us, this frequency bucket array. will help us to maintain numbers in sorted order. Okay, now you will build your frequency bucket or populate your frequency bucket while traversing nums array from left to right. Okay, and once you know, this is the case when the current number is negative number. In the input array nums, you okay. And once you are done building your frequency bucket array, you will build your results array. Now we will build our results array. Okay, so if this is the case when a number was there in a nums array, whether it was in positive or negative, as a positive or negative number, that is not really a concern. So we will just add this number's square frequency number of times. Okay, so this is what we are doing here. And then once we are done with all this operation, we will return the result. Okay, so this is how we will be solving this particular problem. If you are still having any doubts or any queries in general, then please feel free to ask them in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a great day ahead.